when this got real. According to Reddit, number 30. When my thesis defense was forced to be live streamed from my apartment in just a single day's notice. Luckily, the connection was great. The audience was small, and I was able to not wear pants. Oh, also, luckily, I passed it too. Wow, how great and good for them. I can't help but drift down to this number 31 down here. It says when I had to cancel my wedding. I love it because it's like only real for this person when it affects them. I think the scariest thing about this whole situation is that ignorance is going to get people killed that, have nothing to do with it. That can take all the safety measures that they want. It's not going to matter. Because some stupid dum-dum is going to literally decide, oh, well, it's not that big a deal. And maybe even they won't be affected, but other people will. Pretty hardcore stuff, am I right, guys? How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Here's hoping you're having a fantastic day. As we talk about the illness that shall not be named. Nice. Hello to Linda, Otaku, Doom, Ultra, Photo Gaming, Bradley, YNK, and Ultra. Boy, I get it, you're new here, man, but this shit happens, I think as recently as like two streams ago. As recently as like 2 streams ago. So, yeah. You know what you should do? Lurk more. You should watch more than, I don't know, a handful of videos on this channel. How about that? How about that, my dude? I'm just throwing it out there, just a suggestion, And in the future, remember some people got a real problem with being told what they should do, boy. Maybe that's why we're where we are now. Maybe we should have been more delicate with people, telling them, hey, it's a good idea to adopt these safety precautions. Because as soon as you told them, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing, they was like, what? I'm going to go to the grocery store and lick everything. And that's what he did. Number 29. When the NBA was canceled. Oh, my sports. My poor sports. Yeah. What's funny is, if you have your ear to the ground on the internet, you know not to flinch when you see nobodies doing something, and forgive the use of the term nobodies. You flinch when you see certain people that consider themselves wealthy, consider themselves esteemed, consider themselves important, when they are doing things that are questionable, that, when they're flinching, that's when I think I used the analogy a couple of videos ago that, if you've ever seen a movie where there's like a happening or like a terrible thing that's occurring, the animals are like the first to know. The animals are usually the wolves, not just like the Wall Street wolves, but like, people at certain heights in industry, whether they be CEOs or some bullshit like that, and they're going to make moves based on what they consider the safety or security of not their own, as far as their employees or the people close to them, but themselves. Watch them and watch them close. And if you were watching them from as far back as January, baby, they knew what the fuck was coming. They knew what was coming hard. So all of this trickle down bullshit, we're like, oh no, let's shut down the NBA now. A lot of that was like kind of too late. Again, maybe the effects of this won't be as intense as they could be, but it's knee jerk. Like, this is a necessity at this point. It's closed down because it had to close down. And if it had to close down, it's already too late, because these are places that, much like Disney, much like GameStop, as we saw recently, would operate within minutes of being told that they legally could not. And that happened with GameStop. GameStop was literally told that they are not lawfully allowed to remain open. This is not a necessity. This is not a human necessity. And they were arguing they were telling their employees to resist. And they emailed scripts that they should read to the police when law enforcement shows up. Not if, dude, but when. Because we got to stay open and get them Doom sales, get them Animal Crossing sales. Animal Crossing and Doom saw GameStop stay open in the interest of securing cash and deliberately and willfully infecting more people. And not just like, people who might go home and wash their damn hands. Kids, homie. Kids are the worst disease spreaders in the world. Oh no. Bradley, how have you not heard about any of this GameStop shit, man? Just Google that shit. Type it in Twitter or YouTube. I'm sure dozens of people have made videos exclusively about GameStop's terrible handling of this situation. And if anybody deserves to face criminal charges, at least other places are firing their employees, telling them to go get unemployment, doing things in a way where it's super rude, it's super cruel. You could probably lawyer up and get something against them, but I want to say at least it's vaguely criminal. GameStop's behavior is transparently in your face, outrageously criminal. You were told to shut down, and they literally in releases made it apparent, we believe that we are essential, we're vital, we're necessary, so our interpretation is that we get to stay open. They were lying about how they were, they had cleaning supplies and in-house that they were taking care of and going to great measures to make sure that the places were clean and all kind of bullshit like this. But dude, that's not the reality. That's not the reality. And the comedy of this is that because everything's kind of shut down right now, some of these places are hoping that they can avoid the spotlight for what's happened. But we will see what happens when it all clears up. When the dust settles, so to speak. So number 28, when did it get real for this person? When I was on Nextdoor, which I'm guessing is an app. What is this for? Let's find out. Nextdoor is an app for trusted connections and the exchange of helpful information. Why don't you say that again, motherfucker? What the fuck does that mean? Join your neighborhood? Is this like a neighborhood watch type app for niggas are near you to gossip in? Ew. Anyway, as we continue, I was on this Nextdoor app and saw that people were posting which grocery stores have food. I wasn't blind to anything. I was taking it seriously and all. But that was the moment where I realized, holy shit, we are currently in a world where people have to post which grocery stores have food. Let me put it to you in Kyle terms, because maybe my way of articulating it is a little more colorful. I remember sending messages to Emmy. They were just screenshots of what my Walmart, my local Walmart had in stock. Allow me to read them to you. Diced potatoes in a can, sliced beets, water chestnuts in a can, organic pumpkin in a can, chopped green chilies in a can, canned yams, canned artichokes, and actually this ain't bad, some canned sliced tomatoes. But what I said to her was, what does it say? We went from one to Russia real quick. You know what I'm talking about? And it makes you wonder that, I don't know. It's poor management on the store's behalf. Once they believed that something extraordinary was going on, they should have tried their best to limit the amount that people could come and take, but maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Maybe everybody has enough cousins and brothers and little bastard children to line up one at a time and get a limit. and still walk out of there with a haul. Number 27. My first shift at the hospital. After 9 days off and seeing how absolutely unprepared we were to deal with what's coming. And this is the one thing I keep saying. The system that we have been, working under is not designed for even something slight to go wrong. For example, 2 nurses were allowed to come back to work after flying home from a cruise. In early March. They pulled both of them and sent them into quarantine, but not until they received a call from the cruise line that 2 passengers had tested positive so far. I mean, they were already working, dude. What don't people understand about the fact that it only takes one? Some people are so optimistic and weird and under the belief that, they'll be okay because nobody around us has tested positive yet. Bitch, it would only take one person testing positive to go, I'm gonna go wash my hands because I'm being so good. But what you gotta do to wash your hands? In most places, you gotta turn the damn faucet. In most places, you gotta walk into a fucking room, open a door, and you gotta touch this and touch that, dude. It's just wild. So they pulled both of them and sent them into quarantine, but only after man, this is classic trolling, dude. Well, I hope it was worth it. What a boring way to, he could have copied and pasted some kind of ignorant message, but he didn't do that either. It's just a word that he was trying to spell, but he didn't get to finish. And I guess he'll never get to finish. Silver says GameStop is the next Blockbuster. Well, what's crazy is that they're doing it to themselves. And what's insane is that they're living the mantra of, right now, don't worry about later. And they're literally killing people because they're spreading something when they're being told, no, you need to shut down. And this is the reason. And they're like, nah, profit matters more. Holy shit, dude. Profit would have always mattered more. Then that's scary as fuck. We know, damn. It's like one of those figurative, like, would you press this button, like you get $1 million now, but all of your family members and people you've ever met and people that would ever love you die, and GameStop's like, what'd you say about that money? Bam, they hit the button. Like, god damn. There were at least 2 people on our unit who were like 99% confirmed that they just hadn't been tested because neither met the criteria for testing in their state, having left the country recently or directly knowing someone who had. Now I'm in the middle of another 9-day stretch off, having had what feels like a chest cold for 3 or 4 days now, knowing I need to check in for the virtual health consult. What if this is how the virus moves in on me and it makes me sound like the kid from the symptoms. Oh no, a new symptom has manifested. This is all I'm talking about. Okay. Knowing I need to check in for a virtual health consult and wondering if they'll be footing the bill if I'm told to take 2 weeks off. Ain't nobody footing the bill in these days. Everybody is scared. And rightfully so. Hazuki Fujiwara says, it won't get me. It only affects poor people. It won't get me. It only affects old people. I know how to wash my hands, so it won't affect me. You can't penetrate my force field. It's a good force field noise, right? It's kind of like that Sonic noise when he picks up the, what's that? Sonic force field noise. Force field noise. It's like, oh man, you can't just give me the noise. Oh, what is all of this? Oh wait, maybe Sonic is too broad. Sonic the Hedgehog. Come on. It's not working for me, man. You're doing this to me. Maybe they call it a shield instead. I don't know why. You can't figure it out. I gotta go through all the sound effects. Thanks. That makes the world of a difference to me. So we continue up this list. We arrive at number 26. When I realized that if my mother, who is 70 but generally healthy, falls ill, I can't get to her because that would involve air travel. Let's talk about something scarier, boys. Your people get sick with the coronavirus. Do you go visit them? Bro, I'm talking about going to catch it, visit them, bro. Because that's what you'd be doing, bro. YN Cray says, but Ebola and swine flu were nowhere near as contagious. More deadly, yes, but this is a combination of contagious and asymptomatic spreading plus 3% death rate is much worse. What really sucks about this is that we can't see the long-lasting effects in those people that it does affect. That's what we want to know. You know, some people get a crazy coof and feel like they're going to die for a little bit. Maybe take off some pounds. This could be a blessing in disguise. I'm just joking. We have to look at this through a lens of a little bit of biggity froops, you know? But we don't know how this is. A lot of us, we're in America, dude. We have some heart problems. That's it for us. We have some fucking breathing problems. That's it. For most of us. Because healthcare ain't what it should be. Don't matter how healthy you are. People fucking have a heart attack and die all the time. Otaku says, I'm most scared because my mom. Tons of medication and I'm asthmatic. You guys should be alright. Hopefully. Linda says, you catch it and you won't be seeing me for a long time. Brother calls it well, we've heard this, plenty of times on Twitter. Oh my God, am I gonna sneeze? Silver Gray says, I double dare you to visit the nearest hospital. Man, well, how stupid some people are being on video, man. You would expect them easily to take that dare. There was like $6 in it for them. Bet you $6. Man, shit, I'm a live stream it. Here I am at the hospital, homie. No mask. That's how I know. Get out of here, kid. Corona challenge. Fuck that. I'll see them at Christmas if they survive. This guy. Ultra says, the last time I saw my birth ma'am, this is going to get good because he said that, is when I was 9. Her last whereabouts, where? In Washington. I'm 17 now. 17. And I don't know if she is still in Washington. I'm afraid she might have died. You know, I'm interested in how you based that information off of nothing. You know what I mean? That's like saying somebody that lives in Africa just got Ebola because, that's what happens. No, bro. Did you know that there are people in China okay right now? It didn't just level the whole place. What? Y'all out here. Come on now. Number 25. About a month or so ago, when my hospital converted a ward into negative pressure unit, in anticipation of our first patient from one of the cruise ships, we were still changing the related procedures and protocols almost daily and prepping other wards to accept patients with pending tests.
I haven't seen people from my childhood, and I assume they're all dead now because of the hair, They had a lot of it on their heads. I imagine it got caught in a revolving door. Gone. Floof. Just like that.
What?
Listen, to be honest with you, I think depending on where you lived, you really can assume that the people that you went to school with just
died. Yeah. Where you lived in Iowa. Yeah, freak balloon accident. Oh, in Animal Crossing, I should have the sound on, but I can't turn the music off, and that's what's really weird. Great, it's not on the wheel. It's not on the wheel. The slingshot isn't on the wheel, dude. It's going over the water, dude. Sorry. That may or may not have been me getting a present in Animal Crossing. It is a dress. Thanks. Why don't things ever go my way? Okay. Number 24. All right. When did this get real for them? We own a small business. 3 days ago, the government ordered us to shut down. It took you till now to get shut down, huh? We had to let go all of our employees, including 3 senior citizens who depended on their checks for their livelihood. Were you just going to keep them employed? When based on, like, you know, what might be considered common knowledge, air quotes, everybody knows that the old people are getting it the hardest because it's not something they're going to be able to bounce back from like a resilient elastic band, you know? But you were going to keep them employed because, no, we work or we die, when in reality, it's like you work and die, or you just die. Give them the easier time. You know what I mean? Jeez. Okay. We have some savings, but not nearly enough to continue to live and maintain and keep the business afloat. The state is not offering enough help for us. We are really in a tough situation. Our employees are also in the same boat. We have a 30-year-old employee who has nobody. She lives by herself and most likely will get evicted as her landlord is an asshole. Her situation is desperate. This is so sad and so crazy. All of our hard work is going down the drain in 3 weeks. That's how the world works, man. It's pretty fucked up, but you know, a lot of people who have somebody to squeeze, have some people to squeeze right now, they squeezing hard. Can you imagine that? It is exclusively my tambourine. I wanna swing from the tambourine. From the tambourine. Isn't that how the song goes? Yeah, you ever swing from a tambourine, guys?
Like tomorrow doesn't exist.
I'm surprised there haven't been like straight moitas. You know what I mean? It may be the realest thing that somebody on YouTube might say. I'm not saying that I want that. Of course I wouldn't. It is not cool. It's a terrible thought. But, you know, there are a lot of people who live their life on a normal basis in kind of like a I got nothing to lose kind of capacity. And you know, if you've been on the internet past one page of Google, maybe you've seen some things. Do you get what I'm saying? And even on YouTube, y'all ever look at police activity? Police activity is crazy sometimes. You'll just see somebody just like 1 second they're living their life, and the next second they go, you know, I guess I want to die today. And the cop goes, put your hands out the window, put the gun down. And they're like, hell nah, baby. And they start shooting. And I'm like, bro, there are like 10 cops out here. What do you think is going to happen? Is this how you want to die? It must be what you want to die today. You want to die today. I don't think I understand a sober person, right? Just fucking voluntarily ending their life like that. But it happens, and it happens a lot. Some people get pushed to the edge and they're like, man, I'm trying to find a way to take these pills. I'm gonna look up these noose videos and figure out how to tie this rope. Some bullshit, baby. But other people are going to school going, you know what? It's about that time. Is it really about these people who were making fun of you at school? Is it about the Stacys and the Chads and they got a better life than you? You poor, they rich, they pretty, you ugly. What is it really about? Is this gonna fix anything? It's weird. It's weird. But it's a mentality that we don't need to understand. Having nothing to lose is a mentality that we may never truly understand. I've hit what I would consider rock bottom. I've had the nothing that I already had taken from me. Like, imagine having nothing and then having more taken from you. And you sitting there like, well, goddamn, I'm in a negative now. I gotta give to get back to square one. But Nothing to lose. Running up to a cop going, man, you know what I mean? Whoa. Whoa. But you take these people's jobs, you take their livelihood, you take their ability to make ends meet. You can't pay for the roof. You can't pay for food because the food isn't available. You know what I mean? You're being told you need to stay in when the way that you earn things to live is out. It's all broken down. So I'm just surprised. Esterosa says, why don't companies tell employees to take a temporary leave? Because it's not that simple, homie. How old are you? If you have to ask why the companies are firing their workers, it's like you've never worked for a real company. You've never even heard of a real company. If you have to ask, you've never been in the midst of it. And your life experience is incomplete. These companies only care about covering their own ass. And much like a cable company, who will try to get away with charging you more than, they should be charging you. Let's say they take 10 niggas and overcharge them for bullshit and 5 niggas shut that service on down. They're probably making more off of those 5 bastards than they do the 5 that they lost. You understand? They've been covering their own ass and they got the money to make the lawyers play their game. The ball's in their court, speaking figuratively. So in this instance, it's terrible, right? But the backlash, hilariously, is going to have to wait until another time because everything's getting shut down. And that's the wild and sad part about it. But in the now, many of these people do not have what they will need to make it, And I want to be a guy that's like, oh man, come on, be considerate. Like people taking mortgages, landlords, shit like this. But I can't blame them, my dude. I can't blame them. We do want to see a bit of humanity in the way of them being considerate or compassionate considering the situation. Everything has shut down. They've been told they cannot work. And if they can't work, how are they supposed to make the money happen? And if they already have dwindling funds and maybe they got a family and all kind of bullshit like this, they got to support in the way of food and shit like that. Keeping them safe, keeping them fed, that's 2 different sides of a coin. And it's almost 2 impossible tasks. Either you already had the shit put away to where you can genuinely, I almost used the word sequester. I'm not sure if that's applicable in this instance. Sequester. How would I even spell that? Did I really spell that right? Wow. Isolate or hide away.
Sequester.
Yeah, it's the right. It's applicable. It's like acceptable usage. It's not necessary. Yeah. If I were writing this, I wouldn't put it in the script. But not everybody has this luxury, right? Because they haven't stockpiled what would be necessary, especially for more persons than one. And they're going to need to go out to hook up, whoever the hell they sitting there with. And these people that they're going to be rubbing shoulders with when they go out, dude. Here's the thing. Hypothetically, you can go out to a grocery store that has shit stocked and nobody else in it and still get it. Why? Other people been through there, baby. Rolling they greasy ass hands that they've been touching their face with all over the bags and all over the fucking shelves and the counters, and the staff that are working there have been amidst these people. You know what I mean? Ooh. What do you do? What do you do? Because when one person has it, sometimes everybody has it. But once enough people have it, oh my God. It's not just people spreading it to people. It's like on everything now. It's coded shit properly, We're all just like in a big petri dish now. So we're really just waiting for what I would consider the most dramatic symptoms to manifest within people, And it's terrible because we don't want to see a wave of like deaths occur the way that they did in China. But god damn.
It's already happening.
We're going to be overwhelmed with it. Thank God. YouTube may be trying very hard to stifle any and all information about it. Twitter may be burying it just a little bit. But once the real videos start rolling through, I've already seen some gnarly shit coming out of hospitals, bro. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like China scary where it was like, hey, you want to see this hallway of body bags? You want to see us stack these kids in this shit? I'm like, God damn. God damn. For somebody else to jump up and go, well, it's, the flu is kind of worse. It's like, okay, my bad. Well, I didn't ask. It's weird. It's like you jumping up and telling me how you feel about, abortions and shit like that. It's like, wait a minute, I'm just trying to eat my cereal. What happened here? This is my breakfast table.
Right in front of my cereal.
Right in front of my cereal. Talking about babies. Oh, you've ruined it. Throw the milk out. Just gonna enjoy drinking it after. This is so sad and crazy. All of our hard work is going down the drain in a matter of weeks. Well, number 23, baby. Honestly, when the death toll in China surpassed SARS, I'm kind of an anxious person. Sorry, I delivered that weird. Honestly, when the death toll in China surpassed SARS, meaning, that's when it got real for them. I'm kind of an anxious person. But infectious diseases have always scared me. There's no real control over who lives and dies. Other than my sister, my immediate family acted like I was crazy for overreacting. Fuck you, right? You know what I mean? Fuck you. There's a wonderful episode of The Twilight Zone where a nigga builds a bunker and everybody's like, this nigga built a bunker. And then 3 seconds later, they're like, let us in! Let us in! I'm gonna bust it open! I'm gonna bust it open! And then they kill him. No, what have I done? Oh my God, he's the one, he saved us. But that's what people are like. It doesn't matter if you're fucking related to them. Sometimes the fact that they're related to you means that they're even worse as far as refusing to listen to you because they don't respect you and therefore cannot respect your opinion. This is one thing a lot of y'all gotta get with the program as it pertains to is like a lot of the bitches that call themselves your family members, they don't fucking respect you and therefore they won't listen to you, and they're just going to continue to judge you based on, I guess, how they initially saw you, which was what? Like probably like a little nigga, like when you were a jit or something. Oh, there go that 12-year-old for life. They view you that way. Weird. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter where you go. And here's the real kicker, baby. It doesn't matter how many times you're right. They're not going to see things from a perspective that's rational, my dude. And if you've ever spoken to any old person, you should know what the fuck is up. Phrases like the you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Nah, baby, it's live chat. I don't know. I want to move it down so you can see, but it just moves it up. Let me see if I can grab it by the pussy over here. All right, see it says live chat up there. See? Yeah, it's live chat. So if you're seeing something that maybe isn't popping up here, I'm sorry. Could be YouTube working its little demon magic. It's just censoring a little bit. Like it censors this channel. I'm kind of an anxious person. Anxious. But infectious diseases hit me in the bing bongs. My immediate family acted like I was overreacting, and when I told my friend that I had been buying a little extra of each grocery on each trip, she thought I was being ridiculous. She's a nurse and recently told me how real it is to her now. And it's really funny. This shit has to personally affect you before you believe that it's a thing. How can you not see a video and at least think to yourself, damn, that's a little bit crazy? You can't hear like another account and think to yourself, oh, well, if that's real, then maybe it's worth worrying about. And again, if you had your eyes peeled on the people who are making that bank in this stupid ass country, you know what I mean? And God bless America. I would never imply that this is anything other than a land of opportunity. But boy, the people at the top, man, The people at the top are not interested in you, and all they want is for you to stay in your hamster wheels. But now the mechanisms are breaking down. And the only thing that I think will be justice for the hell that some of these people have put people through, you know, some of these moguls who forced their nobody employees at the bottom of the ladder to stay, you know, in a place where they were effectively being exposed to and infecting other people. I think the comedy is that they're too stupid to believe that that shit could reach them, which means that much of their cleaning staff, much of their landscapers and other assholes who are, you know, the help are rolling in and out, my dude. And maybe, just maybe for once, they are going to literally be as dirty as some of these rich, nasty motherfuckers view them as, you know? And maybe that'll be justice. But it's not like I'm hoping it. I'm hoping for it. I don't want ill to fall on anyone, whether, you know, it is believed that they deserve it or not. But, you know, they literally killed people by deciding, no, this isn't that big a deal. Make them keep working until they literally tell us that we need to shut down. Number 22, when the whole country of Italy was put on lockdown, that should have been a wake-up call for the rest of the world. It should have been. But it wasn't. I'm not gonna let this virus stop me, bro.
Yeah, you know, I gotta get down to the beach. We had this trip planned for so long, you know, and if we get it, we get it. We just gotta live our lives.
You know what sucks? They dragged the whole state with it. The whole state had to suffer for their stupid shit.
You say it like it's just one state, which a lot of them got taking this garbage straight back to wherever they come from. And they gonna mingle, they gonna rub it up, they gonna coat them Starbucks fucking counters down, you know? Ooh wee, maximum range. This shit is like something engineered in that you're asymptomatic for so long. For so long, you're not gonna show symptoms. That's that gagoobledy-froopsh. That's that jinky Scoob. Whoa. Ooh-wee. Oh, jeez. Number 21. When my first patient tested positive and I realized that I had been in that room without PPE. Boy, you gonna be lucky if your PP working after all of this. You know what I'm talking about? Hey. Number 21. -1. When colleges and preschool to 12-year-old schools, not 12-year-old, grade 10, 12 schools, closed. That's not a light decision, and people making those calls are very educated. Yeah, okay. Please, a lot of them schools stayed open so long, very educated, my dude. Don't look at stupid shit like that. This is why you're a dumb bitch. Whoever wrote this is a stupid bitch. Of course they were going to keep the schools open. Because all the people running the schools are fucking greedy, corrupt, and stupid. You want to know? Here's where the smart people come in. Here's where the educated people come in, okay? When Disney decided to close. Disney decided to close when their image could not handle the implication that they were not considering the health of the general public. Now, they didn't close a second before they needed to. 1 second, baby. And that's the wisdom of Disney. You want to talk about educated assholes sitting around a fucking, table? A figurative table. From their very isolated chambers. Airtight. Underground, maybe. When they decided shit needs to shut down? Y'all in trouble, baby. You have to wonder if Disney didn't have planes or something to just dump shit into the parks to cover it in like a fog of disinfectant of something. And how could it be powerful enough but also not like ruin some of the, attractions. Man. Oh, we have a Hinata in here. Nice. Oh boy. GameStop know they done though. They really screwed up, and what they did is genuinely criminal. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not like, I'm not hugging a tree or something, man. It's just, they knew the risk here, and it was like infection on a grand scale, but they just stayed open to get the sales from Doom and Animal Crossing, and that's crazy. And the employees and the emails, boy, them receipts are so juicy. Those receipts are slam dunk material for a lawyer in a courtroom. So when the dust settles, boy, I want to see some people get some damn justice. I want to see GameStop get just trashed. They don't deserve to exist after this. Number 19, Wednesday, March the 11th. I'm a teacher. And that was the first day that we had a meeting about the extremely unlikely odds that we would miss school. Okay. By Thursday, we knew that we would be out, but we figured that it would be a week after spring break. On Friday, we knew that we weren't coming back for at least 3 weeks. Now I doubt that we go back until next year. Well, I don't want to go that far, but again, the worst part is that we're still waiting. Stripes. Baby. Oh my God, y'all so stupid. Sending me this, Stripes. Stripes refuses to let me play with her sister, who has cherries in her Animal Crossing world. I don't have pears or cherries. You know? Am I upset about it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Holy hell. As we continue, man. Number 18. When my boss told me that I will be working from home for 8 to 12 weeks. He edits to say, yes, I could have been laid off. The question was when it got real, not what's the worst thing to come of it. I like that he had to clarify, because there were probably enough salty people who had been laid off that were in the comments like, oh, well, at least you got to keep your job. You could have been fired. And then he's just like, whoa, bro, I'm just answering the question. And the question was, when did it get real, dude? Because nobody on Reddit can read, you know? When did this get real for you? Well, it didn't get real for me, but... Like, what the fuck? You illiterate bastard. You know? A lot of people learn the hard way. They need to just shut the hell up and remove themselves from most situations. Scary. It's scary. Nas says, next year, as in next school year after summer. Okay. That works. Little kids. Scooping up a lot of them journeys. Ruther Fox says, it's nerve-wracking for me. If we can't get our engineering thesis presentations, I won't be able to graduate this semester. I understand, guys. But bigger picture. There are lives on the line here. You're thinking like a CEO now. You know what I mean? There are lives on the line, though. If your choice was like getting your fucking, I don't know, and dying, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think so many people embrace this like belief that they are infallible. But it's not just about you possessing the capacity to die, it's the people around you, man. And like this, I think the most, and I hate to use this word, but toxic mentality is that only old people will succumb to it. You know? Because trust me, with what I was seeing in Italy, with what I'm seeing in China, dude, It wasn't just people with heart problems or people who were fat or some bullshit like that. There were a lot of people in the age range that they say, oh, it wouldn't be a problem, that were just dropping dead. I was hearing some testimonials and seeing some fucking videos from people who had the shit talking about they wished they were dead. Do you know what I mean? There were people who were of the like what I would consider, a typical adult age range from like 20 to around like 30, really in like that what I would consider the healthiest shape. That's why I say that 20 to 30. And they were talking about how they were terrified of having to be put on, a breathing apparatus, because if they were and they stayed on it too long, I'm over it. Ariana says, how bad do you think this whole situation is going to get? We'll talk about this when the bodies start, because right now I feel like there's too many different sides right now. Everybody isn't on the same page. And I think it's impossible to have genuine discussion when everybody isn't going at it like, and forgive me to sound like a pretentious douche, but when we're not looking at it from the right scientific perspective, which is to kind of embrace all possibilities, as opposed to just push away some bullshit because, oh, that doesn't sound, reasonable, or it doesn't sound like a thing that could potentially occur. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds crazy. That's what everybody's been saying. And then it is exactly what people said. So here's the thing. I don't want to be a douche that, has anything to say, and then people go, that's crazy. And then when it happens, I'm not going to come back and say I told you so. I'm just not going to say anything ever again. How about that? I'm not the guy. I've got video games to expel my energy on, bros. But yeah, when we start to see what I really hope we don't see, then we will be able to properly talk about it. And that's something that we're hopefully gonna be able to do from the safety of our own homes, cause nah, baby, this is like the biggest wave you're gonna try to ride out in your entire life. Number 17, when my significant other, who does not panic, stays calm in all situations, came home with a big bag of flour and rice. Yeah, because you know what I mean? The implication that this is like panicking. I feel like there's so much in the phrase better safe than sorry. You have something, not because you need it now, but because in the event that you do need it, it will benefit you to not have it be far from touch. Sometimes we go into the goddamn fucking medicine aisle in the grocery store and we see some shit that we don't need right now, but we pick it up so that when we do need it, we don't need to take a trip with our head hurting, with our stomach hurting, congested down to the fucking pharmacy. Better safe than sorry. And obviously everything in moderation. Like, no, we don't all have stockpiled pantries full of canned goods and fucking paper towels and toilet paper and shit. But how unreasonable is it to get a big bag of rice, to get a bunch of black beans? We're not doomsday prepping, motherfucker. And it doesn't make us not calm to prepare for and here's the thing. You know what you realize when you see a lot of these assholes is that, they say that the best cure for something is to prevent it from ever happening in the first place. And with that kind of mentality, you should be ever vigilant in trying your best to make sure that maybe, just maybe, motherfucker, you were always somebody who was washing your hands. How about that? How about that? How about if now is when washing your hands matters to you? It's too late. You should still do it, because you're not the only person who is potentially on the line here, obviously. But baby, And it's clear to everyone who sees it. Some of these people just weren't cut out for this type of thing to happen. But much like a drunk driver that decides he's going to jump behind the wheel of the car and be a danger to any and everyone around him because he just has to do this. Here we are. But it's going to cost people some lives, and like all they needed to do was touch the wrong thing. Shit's crazy, right? Number 16. My girlfriend is a wildlife virologist. When she started constantly reading articles during her free time, maybe mid-February or so, I realized this was the real deal. When cases popped up a few miles from my elderly immunocompromised father's home, I started being truly scared for him and others. Bruh. Let's ride it out. We'll be alright. Everybody's young. Everybody's hip. Everybody knows better. At least we have our loved ones to have and to hold and to pull close in the night. Can you say that if you were to die, at least you'd be satisfied with the life that you lived, the person or people that you decided to spend it with? Or were you just all about that bass, no treble, you know? All the right toilet paper in all the right places. Number 15. When my Walmart stopped being open 24/7, they also play a siren out in the front. Oh, hey, let's play a Kyle video from forever ago. It is called... Let's see if we can actually find it if YouTube like hides it. You know, the crazy part is like YouTube could hide my videos from everybody and then just show them to me when I'm logged in and sign in. But they're like, no, fuck you. Even me, I can't find my own videos sometimes. Nuts.
Please remain in your homes. If you are not at home, find shelter immediately. Close all blinds and shades, block out all windows. Do not look outside. Do not look at the sky. Do not make noise. Your cooperation is vital to your survival. Appointed government personnel will update you shortly. Please remain in your homes. If you are not at home, find shelter immediately. Close all blinds and shades, block out all windows. Do not look outside. Do not look at the sky. Do not make noise. Your cooperation is vital to your survival. Appointed government personnel will update you shortly. Please remain in your homes. If you are not at home, find shelter immediately. Close all blinds and shades, block out all windows. Do not look outside. Do not look at the sky. Do not make noise.
Man, I couldn't find the date on that. I was trying to scroll down and see what date that was. All right, so Bradley says Kyle suggested it. What did I suggest? What is he saying?
Maybe on the rise, if so.
Bradley says, I semi-doomsday prepped 5 years ago, got my bug out bag and my Walter and ammo MRAs. You don't need to bug out, my dude. You just need to hunker down. This ain't The Walking Dead. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody's gonna come burn down your fucking house. Nobody's gonna come try to break and enter. And if you do, you'll have the element of surprise. You know? I wish that you all played video games. Okay? Because this is not hey man, Jinkies, I'm gonna break through the window and not making noise so nobody's gonna know that I'm coming from over here. You breaking in, you got flashlights and all kind of bullshit like this. It's so easy to shoot you. You know what I mean? What the fuck? For real.
And if you have a dog, it's even better.
You coming down the hallway like for real? Listen, hunker down, stay all right, you know? Banal says I got 12 pounds of rice and 6 pounds of beans, several pounds of various pasta. He said he was glad he listened to Medicare in January. Boy, I was glad I listened to myself and bought some fucking Amiibo cards before they went through the roof. Some of them Amiibo cards were selling for like $50. I got mine for $2. Thank you very much. And now, eventually, I'll be able to play with the villagers that I like in my Animal Crossing world when I can get the ones that I don't like to move out. And it's not a thing that happens easily. No, it isn't. These people want to stay here forever. That being said, you know, we could all use a little more of whatever we were trying to stock up. But, sorry, Sean says, the positive side of all of this is I've brushed up on a bunch of hobbies and skills during quarantine. I started drawing again, playing music and practice math, like for fun. Like, totally. Well, Sean, I'm glad. And I hope that this is something that you can share with your wife and that you guys can celebrate your love of math together. And that, you guys will float in the air and there'll be like a X, which is indicative of the multiplication symbol. And then like a dash, but like it's in between a colon. So it's like it's indicative of the division symbol, and then a plus, which is like the plus. No minus though. Fuck that one. Minus is negative. You see what I'm saying? We don't need that negativity in here. Is this a joke? No. Continue. What was Bradley Moore saying, man? Jeez, I couldn't find what he was saying. Bradley Moore says, I semi-doomsday prepped and I got a bug out bag. What was everybody? Incest may be on the rise, if so. Yeah. I mean, not really. Ew. Incest may be a straight line on that line graph. If people were doing it before, they're gonna keep doing it. But you are really mistaking this kind of, it's just a few weeks of lockdown, and some people, and that's why it's so easy for people who don't take this seriously to attack those who do, because we gotta be careful not to go off the fucking rails. Like, memeing is memeing and it's all fun and games, but what you mean? Incest's gonna be on the rise, homie. This ain't the apocalypse. Everybody isn't dead, Oh, it's been so long. What the fuck? Ugh. Let's finish this list, okay? Stripe says, did you say that the custom e-signs for New Horizons are 32 by 32? Hey, sugar, why are you fucking making me your, you won't even give me your sister's freaking code or give her my code so that we can play together, yet I'm your authority on everything? Did you know you're on the internet? I'm flattered, Stripes. I'm flattered that you come to me as your source of anything and everything ever. But did you know that if you simply typed in, there's like pattern makers on the internet, and there have been since Animal Crossing New Leaf that came out, almost like 10 years ago? Let's talk about it. Here's a link to the most recent Animal Crossing one that even comes with a handy dandy ability when you're done fitting all those damn pixels into the stupid square to generate a QR code at the bottom. Then using the Nintendo app, you can just scan it and Switch will just download it right into your Animal Crossing world. It's so simple, a caveman could use it. I hope that you have found this enlightening, Stripes. As we continue with my damn list. Number 14. When I realized I might or should not be able to go home and see my elderly parents, one of which recently got diagnosed with cancer. Oh boy. Jeez. Wow. Hachima. Oh. Ooh, I hope nobody knows anybody that's dealing with that, Maybe you're like me, and all you deal with are drunk people messaging you. I'm so sorry, Kyle. And I'm like, for what? For the way I was to you. I'm like, right. So what's this about? Are you sick? You're drunk, you need money.
Is the quarantine finally hitting you that hard?
When the quarantine hits. I'm sorry. And they got that bottle and it's open in their hand. Sorry. Oh my God. Hell nah. Number 13. When my friend in Paris messaged me that France has shut down, and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, can't believe that. Stupid. Hey, normies. When did this get real for you? I was eating my cereal and my mom said that there was no school, and I was like, why, Mom? Why?
Because the virus.
But close down school. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, Mom. Are you for real? Is this a joke? You're just having fun at my expense, Mom. We're going down to the skate park. We're gonna do Jenkum.
Anybody know what Jenkum is in the stream chat? Yes, dude. I can't believe I didn't get my gummies before all of this started. It's pretty fucked up, y'all. It's pretty fucked up, y'all. Every other minute, Xbox support is tweeting out that they're having issues with their damn service. It's funny. It's not the time for y'all to not be able to figure this out, my dude. Poor Xbox. Linda says Ma says hi. We should start calling Dia Dio. Dia and I should do really vigorous workout.
No, I already told you that I don't want to be referred as Dio.
Oh,
You know this
oh.
better than anyone.
Wait, is Dio kind of like masculine because
No,
Spanish?
No. I don't like being referred to Dio because it just reminds me of the character from JoJo.
But we've only seen 2
I
episodes.
don't like him. He's mean.
Man.
They've done properly. That I don't like him because he's a proper.
Maybe he'll have an arc and that's why he's just like, that's why he's such a dick right now.
What?
Maybe he'll have an arc and that's why he's such a dick right now. Yeah. I will kill you. That's how you have good arc.
I don't want to be referred to as Dio.
I want to make a good short film that's like so short it's probably like 2 minutes, and it really starts off with like me, like I'm the villain and I'm like, oh, if I see a dog I'm gonna kick that. I kill you. I kill them tonight. I kill the world. And then at the end I'm like, I'm really turned around and I think I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna do some volunteering.
And then you kick it.
And that dog, I want to shake that dog's hand. No kick dog. Kick dog bad. No kick dog bad. Me shake hand dog. Shake paw hand. Animal Crossing. You're welcome, dudes. That's why I get paid the no bucks around here. Just kidding. This song goes out to all of my patrons and sponsors. Yeah, come on, a song. You are the wind beneath my wings. Is that how that goes? I don't think that's how that goes.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. And when we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings. You got to learn to fly, learn to live and love so free. Yeah. That song's amazing. And then the music's all like boom, ding, 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 boom, ding, ding. What happened? Let us in.
Where did you hear
Baby.
that? That sounds like a lie.
Don't understand why we can't just hold on to each other's hand. Oh my god, I'm so done. Number 11. When my colleague died, she was, oh god, she was the first the illness that shall not be named death in our state. I had seen her a few weeks ago. She was doing great. And then I received a company-wide email that she had passed. Tell us how old she was. Somebody's like, damn dude, that's so scary. If you don't mind me asking, how old was she? Yeah. She was in her early 60s. She had children. Late though, so her daughter had just graduated from high school. I feel terrible for their family. Listen to this. You know that this person wrote that, and then when he said early 60s, they just leaned back in their chair like, whew, I thought it was a young person. So you want to know, guys, you want me to answer the question of when will things get real for this whole world that we're in right now? It's when the young people that people know are put in body bags. You understand? We live in a society, I can't believe I said it, but we live in a society where people don't give a shit about anything unless it directly affects them. Okay? Some people possess empathy or compassion or sympathy enough for people near them to be affected by something, and then for them to get all, I'm passionate about this now. Whoa, that's not fair. Wow. but it needs to genuinely and defiantly affect them specifically. So when people themselves get sick, and when people see people that they know around them that are in that quote unquote, air quotes, healthy bracket or age group, that's when they'll get with the program. And much like the stores closing down, it's too late. Is it the Green Ranger and the Black Ranger? Yeah!
My GF is in Oregon if you want some gummies taffy, no lie. I owe you for helping me sleep.
And I will see you in the Discord, YNK. I love you, everybody. And I hope that everybody's doing good and taking it easy. Thank you for this donation. And, my man. Thank you. Where's it? Wait, hold on. Let me see here. Give it going. You know.
Smoke weed every day. My man.
You know what I'm talking about? You know. So we continue up this list to number 10. Thank you, YNK. You truly rock. Yabba dabba doo on that ass. When I realized that having a bottle of hand sanitizer in my car in plain view might not be a good deal. It's not a good idea. I do that smash and grab. I do that smash and grab. I do that smash and grab. Smash and grab song. What is this? What the fuck is this?
What?
No. Ew, what is this? It's a DreamWorks movie. Does DreamWorks make movies anymore? Or were they absorbed by something?
I think they were absorbed, but they still make movies.
I think the last movie they make must have been so bad that we didn't even, acknowledge it. Boy. When was the last DreamWorks movie? Trolls?
And the new one came out recently.
That was 2014.
16.
No, I mean, sorry, I said 14, but I meant 4 years ago.
Yeah, but there is a new one that was out in theaters. For the Trolls.
Yeah, there was definitely more than just these. I don't know why these are the only ones showing up. Wikipedia. Come out and play. Released films. Okay. Ants was their first film?
I don't know. I think so.
That's so unbelievable. Yes, they made Abominable. Okay, I remember hearing about this film and just being like, ugh. Who was in it? You know what? I don't think they marketed this either.
They did.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I remember we saw
things for it on YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yep. And if we watch television, it'd be on television too.
I guess we're not kids, so we can't say whether or not, things are being marketed properly because we're not watching the shit that these ads would probably be on.
Also, we don't have kids to entertain with kid movies.
Sean said it's a lot of singing. It was annoying. That's what Simpsons has become like. Like sometimes I watch newer episodes of The Simpsons with Stripes because I really love picking apart how much worse the show is now and how unfunny it is generally. There's some moments occasionally, obviously, and hilariously, some of them are honestly kind of Family Guy tier moments. But they hit harder than some of the fucking long songs that they do. Oh no. And then Dia's not exactly a person who enjoys many songs in certain things that we're trying to watch. So when it's a song and it's not funny, it's like, damn. You better, oh no. All right. Number 9. When Ireland closed the pubs shortly before St. Patrick's Day. It's Irish. Why did you play that? It's Irish. As we continue up this list, number 8, my cousin got sick. He was admitted to the ICU, tested positive for it. He's been out of the hospital for a few days, but he hasn't really improved. He just has gotten worse. I texted with him a bit, and it's still really serious. He has asthma as well. I guess it was only a matter of time before it affected somebody I know. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 7. When my college switched to online and I had to move back home, I was living on campus. Number 6. When I lost my job. Number 5. Whatever, Oh, it got so real for me. My aunt is one of the 100 people that have died in the last 24 hours in the United States. She was like a mother to me. Growing up, I feel like my childhood just died with her. This is the first death in my life that has me confronting the realities of losing someone close to you. Why did it take someone close to you? Y'all niggas didn't have like a good old middle school or high school fatality, As somebody in your class where like one day you get to experience the slapstick, light switch of now he's here, now he's not. And it could happen to you, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of splash of life. Maybe an experience that would just right your stupid ass instead of living the whole life with the fucking silver spoon right up in your mouth hole and up your butt too. I don't know about any experiences, but I've gleamed them through the lens of a newspaper that I read once, and I imagine it can't be that bad for most people. I wouldn't know personally, but listen. Can't be that bad. I lost someone, and now I really see the world for what it is. I'm sorry you lost your aunt, bitch. It's a bigger situation going on here.
I just had to get down to the beach because it's spring break.
And I gotta share space with these assholes, I gotta keep talking to these people who are like, oh, it's not that big a deal. You shouldn't get a mask. Masks won't help, he said. I don't like to use the block button when people are actually saying things, dude. I want to use it when people are being stupid and childish and spamming but this dude actually had some stupid opinions to bring in here. And I knew that I couldn't afford to waste the time to correct him because there would be no setting him straight. These people were going to live and die with these mentalities, but the sick part about it is now stupidity killing out here. Stupidity was killing before. You know what I mean? But it wasn't racking up a body count this profound. Someone's dumb decision that this isn't as big a deal as it seems is costing people who are innocent as far as their connection to them, their lives. That's what's up, baby. This entry continues. This is the first death in my life that has me confronting the realities of losing someone close to you. What? I was planning on going to visit her not too long ago, but developing concerns over COVID kept me from doing so because she was already very sick. I hope that the bots didn't catch me reading anything just now, because this video would be so hard to find that all the likes, favorites, and subscribes in the world wouldn't be able to keep my ass afloat as I get buried by the algorithm. Buried. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck dirt. Just bury me in the algorithm, baby. They'll never be able to find me. My cautious nature was to no avail because it still killed her. I could have seen her, but I didn't because I was concerned about something that happened anyways. This morning, it got very, very real for me. Please give me karma, guys. Downvote. Number 4. When I was told by the administration that we had one box of N95 masks in the hospital. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to understand something. You remember when the Surgeon General jumped up on his bitch ass Twitter and implied that we should stop buying masks? Banal, you were saying that you listen to Medicare. Medicare was joking that like, what are we stupid? We don't know how to use masks? Only smart people know how to use masks. Masks are only for medical professionals or something. What do you mean we shouldn't buy masks? And the reality of it was that their bitch asses were not prepared with the masks that they needed, And I can't help but wonder if that's like a penny pinching thing. Because listen, that like, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that hospitals make so much fucking bank that they're showing the churches who's boss. And what you really got to understand about churches is not paying taxes makes them money. Church make money, boy. Because these old people rolling in there, giving them the money, and they don't pay taxes on that money. But it's nothing compared to the hospitals. And the hospitals, they own them some land, baby. They own some shit. They make some money. If anybody got money to be dropping on anything, it would be the hospitals. So when you hear about this, it's sheer stupidity, ignorance, ineptitude that's made it so that they're so outrageously underprepared for scenarios like this. So now they're attacking the people who are buying things just because they need them. But is it our fault that you as a medical establishment didn't have something you'd need when shit hit the fan? We expect this kind of breakdown with these companies and these fucking, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's literally clown world garbage. And I think this is the most profound and it's like a microcosm of the huge problem, is that the people who should have had them the most didn't have them. And why? To save a little bit of money? You already have all the money in the world. You know? Who's got more money than you? Oil? War? You get what I'm saying? Who's got big money and could have afforded to just fucking fill up a warehouse with some of these damn masks? Oh, now we're the bad guys because we're stockpiling the masks. We need those masks. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Some dude named Human is like, people usually put it on wrong, like not covering their mouth and nose. I mean, yes, that's true. Are you ever going to, make the argument that people aren't stupid? Does that mean that they shouldn't have it because a couple of people can't use it? Does it mean that most of us shouldn't have it because some people are going to use it wrong? Newsflash, statistically, 9 out of 9 niggas using their computers wrong. Did you know that? Did you know that you don't know how to use your computer? And then if it literally came to a life or death situation with a nigga sitting in front of you with a gun and told you how to do some things on you and told you that you needed to do some shit on your computer right now, most people wouldn't be able to do it. Does that mean that none of us should have technology? The answer is no. You feel me? So, the narrative is irrelevant when it is the fault of these medical institutions for not having these things. Yeah, I'm not coming at you, human. I get where you're coming from. I'm just saying, because it is a very popular point of view. Oh, well, you don't even know how to use the mask properly, you stupid. And it's like, okay, so nobody should have masks? Because that works in the opposite. That's a double-edged sword, man. I don't know. Number 3. Today, when the government announced that they're going to start putting the dead in a skating rink inside a local shopping mall because the local funeral homes don't have any more capacity, they don't show you that. Hey, babe, wanna go skating?
What? That's so fucking lame.
No, babe. There's bodies at the skating rink. It's the new funeral place. It's the new graveyard.
I hate this.
Babe, that's not true. What is this, like a Halloween, out of season thing?
Nah, babe. Graveyard 2.0. Running out of space for the bodies.
Oh my god. Just what I like, babe. This get me so hot. Where are my skats?
I'm Iceman, babe. I could just touch your shares and make skats.
Oh, Bobby Drake. You're so cool. I'm Rogue.
Why did it turn into somewhat of an Australian accent?
Oh shit, Professor Xavier's coming. Crikey, dingo. We gotta get out of here.
It's just shit. It's just a really bad accent. I'm sorry.
You don't want to do accents.
Crikey, it's Cyclops. He's gonna melt the ice and the bodies. He's gonna melt them all. Aussie Rogue.
Yeah,
Yep, that's a
What it
character.
turned into. It was okay at first, and then it just got bad.
Oh shit, it's Magneto. He's got it.
Number 2, just heard that the company that sews Major League Baseball uniforms is bringing back their workers to start making surgical gowns. This is starting to sound like the factory's conversions to war production during World War II. You know, this is pretty interesting. You know, we make it through entire entries or, entire threads without me upvoting anything. But this, in this light, come on, hey, what? Thank you, Wosu, for following me on Twitch. I just want to let everybody know that the links are all in the description for anything that you may want to do, whether it be following me on Twitch, following me on Twitter, adding me on Snap, following me in the Discord. Definitely get in the Discord. You'll get notified when these streams happen. I try to make them happen every night at 9:30, but sometimes I'm a little late. It happens. I appreciate you all. I love you to no end. And I hope to see you all on a daily basis. You guys keep it real. Y&K. Hit me up, baby. Number 1. I have worked in investigations and security for 8 years. I was always told that we can never work from home. Reason being, we have access to millions of individuals' sensitive data, and they didn't want to risk it being stolen. 2 weeks ago, they bought hundreds of laptops and sent us all home to work. Holy shit.
When you look at that, suddenly, it's a possibility.
I want everybody to stay nice and safe. Take it from a guy who just occasionally talks on the internet. I'm terrified most by the fact that we don't seem to be allowed to discuss it. It's very China. It's very China.
It's like the new Area 51.
An inmate hops the fence to escape from Yakima County Jail. I was watching some videos with this shit called the Infographic Show. It's not that great, but it's background for while I'm playing video games. And it was talking about like a virus that had broken out in a prison and how terrible it was. Pretty creepy stuff. Why are you playing Skyrim music? Why are they doing that to me? Wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Slap him, just move him around. I feel like as a black dude I should wear reflective stuff too, so whoa, what is that in your hand? What the hell? Why? Oh my gosh. Boy meeting surprised by his dog for the first time. Please. Happy freakouts on my stupid ass page. This is why people go to actual It's violin time. I think this page is like, I don't know, hiding certain entries. I think that's kind of lame. Linda says, so Animal Crossing gameplay later tonight, Kyle? I mean, I'll try. But, I'm in the midst of trying to gather material. Here's the thing. This game is actually very hard when you play alone. You need a lot of other people who are actually playing it and have progressed and have, like, have recipes to share. To, I don't know. I feel like I don't have a lot of what I would need to decorate the island properly. And I can, you know, just look at the shop every day, but is it enough? Is it enough? Protesters committing jaywalk? Guest fight at a graduation ceremony? An alcohol freakout. Damn, that girl got big stuff on her chest there, Dia. Do you know her? I know you all know each other, Dia. Oh my god!
Because I would be caught dead being in these types of stupid situations.
What you mean in somebody's basement? That's where it's all about.
Stupid.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot down. Hinata says, I literally never played Animal Crossing. I've seen Let's Plays though. Well, go watch one of mine. The one I had the first night was like 9 hours. Human says, if they get the right color, you might be able to disguise the gloves. What? Ladies, gentlemen, love you. Thank you for being here. Hope you liked the video. And I hope to see you guys soon. Probably going to record some offline videos and then upload them. That might be an interesting tactic. Thank you to the sponsors. And thank you to my patrons. You guys are keeping the lights on. And I know it's insane for this specific time, so thank you from the bottom of my bing bong. See you soon. Later, later, later.